Go deep.
So the houses, is it for aesthetic design or is it actual functional design?
Functional. Everything about these houses are functional. From the fact that they are recyclable to the fact that the low VOCs, which volatile organic compounds, the fact that during the daytime, I usually have my lights on because the light comes in. And if you've noticed, it is a quiet neighborhood, but if I close that window, the house is on a vacuum. So it takes very little to cool it, very little to heat it, but we lose no air. Then we have solar panels on the top, we have metal roofs on the top. So the idea is everything, every component, every aspect of the houses has been thought about. And so it's all has an
And they
effect.
kind of look like shotgun houses. They're on the blueprint of a shotgun, right?
Yeah, well,
Is
not
that the
really.
idea?
Not really.
No?
The idea is really, I know.
No, there was controversy. Like some people were really upset that they built these kind of houses here.
Well, people who were upset that they built these houses were here, weren't the people who were going to be living in them.
Right, exactly.
What I'm saying is,
Exactly.
if you're upset about the way that these houses look, if you understand that the different neighborhoods, when you go from the Garden District, when you go from St. Charles, when you go to Faubourg Marion, all these neighborhoods, all the houses are different. So the unique thing about us is we have such a large number of vacant lots that we set the norm. And actually some houses have taken on the effect of these houses. And people sort of think, well, I'm living in a triangle. But when I'm sitting down in here, I don't think about the triangle.
Right.
When I'm in my bed, I don't think about the triangle.
You're not going to
When
worry
I'm
that
cooking,
another
it
water's
doesn't
going to
bother
wash
me.
you away.
But then you look across the street when you have a house that's a rectangle, and it actually has a loft upstairs that's big enough for everybody in here to have room and not even touch each other.
Yeah.
So the idea is we set the norm for over here, but there's nothing to compare over here, so we're not out of place.
And they'll withstand wind and water.
Yeah, I stood in my house for Isaac.
You stayed in
Yeah,
Project
and the
Canada.
only problem I had staying in my house with the remedy that problem is I'm getting a gas generator so that when the power goes out. But I stood in the house for Isaac, and my children stood in the house because this house is built to withstand 150 mile an hour winds. We wanted to see if it worked. So we stayed, and the only problem, it worked, and actually it felt like there was a tornado outside, and it hit the side of my house so hard that I was afraid to look and see because I didn't want to see what I thought was coming. But the point I'm saying is we stayed in the house just to see if it survived. The house survived. We had hardly any damage to any of these houses. But the idea is the house that we had before, was the house that my mother bought. And we could see the ground from outside, inside the house. We could actually see the air coming in and out, because it was like that. But the idea is these houses are so much better than what they were before. But we stayed. And I'm surprised. I have a lot of friends.
Are they still building them or no?
Yeah, actually they have 116 to go, is 150. But what I was saying, I'm surprised I didn't have any reporters come and say, let me sit at your house and see how it fares.
Yeah, right.
But
They weren't gonna run
I
up.
did a lot of stories, like Gabe Gutierrez came and did a story, and we were outside and stuff, but because of the weather, we didn't get a chance to see it, but we stayed, and I thought I would have more people, but people came for Isaac to see what happens, and people came to see what happened to these houses, and they fared very well.